afternoon, I'm Mai Rodriguez and this is Newsfeed. Malacanang debunked reports linking First Lady Liisa Marcos to the death of Bustan's heir Paulo Tantoco. The palace clarified that Tantoco was not part of the First Lady's official entourage and that Mrs. Marcos did not stay at the hotel where he died. Though Tantoco's widow, Dina, who is Malacanang Deputy Social Secretary, is part of the First Lady's entourage. The palace adds the First Lady had separate activities on March 8th, where the businessman was found dead in the Beverly Hilton Hotel in Beverly Hills. This was the day after the Manila International Film Festival Tribute Gala, attended by the First Lady at the same venue.
Nakakalungkot dahil yung mga pribadong tao na nagluluksa ay nadadamay sa pamumulitika. Ginagamit ng ibang mga obstructionists para masira ang First Lady, ang Pangulo at ang administrasyon na ito. Nakakahiya ang kanilang mga ginagawa. Unang-una, si Mr. Paulo Tantoco ay hindi po kasama sa official entourage ni FL or ni First Lady ng unang ginang. Nakakahiya dahil gumawa sila ng peking police report. Naturingan journalist, mga dating spokespersons, hindi marunong mag-imbestiga ng sarili. Hindi sila nagiging journalist, kundi nagiging propagandista ng kanilang mga sinusulong na interes.
The investigation into Tantokos' accidental death due to cocaine effects remains deferred pending further review. The latest name dragged into the case of missing sabungeros, Ako Bisaya Party List Representative Sunny Lagon speaks out. Lagon strongly denied allegations of whistleblower Julie Dondon Patidongan, implicating him as among those behind the abduction of dozens of cockfight enthusiasts. Patidongan also claimed Lagon is part of the so-called Alpha Group that profited hundreds of millions monthly from e-sabong.
Malaki knowledge yan kasi membro yan ng Alpha eh. Membro si Sunny Lagon ng Alpha. Yan yung congressman na illegalista.
Lagon calls the allegations false, absurd, and defamatory. He insists his involvement in e-sabong has always been legal and regulated by Pacquiao. Dozens of sabungeros went missing from 2021 to 2022. They were kidnapped allegedly due to match fixing and cheating in the cockfighting games. Patidongan claims their bodies were dumped in Taal Lake in Batangas. Authorities are now cracking down on influencers promoting illegal online gambling. 10 high-profile social media influencers are on the list of the Cybercrime Investigation and Coordination Group of the DICT. These include video creators like Hypebits and former child star Bugoy Carino. The CICC says 80% of these influencers have so far complied in taking down their endorsements. Senator Raffy Tulfo has ordered an investigation on officials possibly behind online gambling operations. He is also pushing for a total ban of these operations, including PAGCOR accredited sites. The government is poised to lose 140 billion pesos a year if the ban pushes through. Dramatic footage of the severe flooding in New Jersey. Footage from an eyewitness shows heavily flooded roads and water flowing into a bus in the town of Gothenburg. New Jersey is already under a state of emergency. At least 2 people have died due to the floods caused by severe storms. Travel in airports, highways, and railways also disrupted.
God willing, there's no more fatalities that we don't know about. We'll have a better sense of the damages over the next 48 hours, and we'll make sure we keep folks posted. But please keep the families of those loved ones in your prayers, of those who lost their lives, as well as folks who may be displaced from homes.
And in sports, boxer Mario Barrios is gearing up for the biggest fight of his career against Hall of Famer Manny Pacquiao. The 30-year-old Mexican-American champ will put his WBC welterweight title on the line when he takes on boxing's only 8th division world champ this Sunday, July 20th, Philippine time. There is a 16-year age gap between the two. The 46-year-old Pacquiao is making his return to the ring since losing to Cuba's Yordenis Ugas in 2021. In an interview with Abante Sports Now, Barrios says he is expecting a tough showdown ahead despite the People's Champ coming off a 4-year layoff.
I think for a lot of people, taking time away from boxing, it can do something, like ring rust. It might have a negative effect. But I think in this case, Pacquiao is going to come back, very rested. He said it himself. He gave him, his body that times, to reset, especially, at his age. So yeah, I'm expecting, like I said, I'm expecting a sharp, a fast, a very explosive Manny Pacquiao.
Fight night takes place at the MGM Grand Garden Arena in Las Vegas, Nevada. In Hollywood news, the Emmy nominations for Best Comedy, Drama, and Anthology Series have been announced. Notable nominations include psychological thriller Severance, leading with 27 nominations for Best Drama, alongside Star Wars series Andor and HBO's The Last of Us. Meanwhile, Best Comedy features some defending champions, Hex and The Bear. Hollywood satire The Studio tied the record for comedy series nominations with 23 set last year by The Bear. And crime drama The Penguin, starring one of Batman's iconic villains, leads the anthology category with 24 noms, competing with hit series Black Mirror and Adolescence, among others. Keep your eyes peeled for the winning announcements on September 14th. And those are the news this hour. I'm Mai Rodriguez. Stay with the Billionaire News Channel. Good afternoon.